Oops.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's good? What's good? It's Chaos Light and
it's 7.
excuse
I
me.
don't know. Doing the intro like whenever people are saying my own name just feels weird.
Really? You don't say your name often?
Well, I do, but
Audio only in left ear. Try now. Can you the audio? Try to fix the audio real quick. Damn it, we did the levels text and it was fine. I did something. Let me know if it's changed it.
I can see it's on here. I can actually fix it right here.
Okay.
Well, I can down mix it to mono.
Great.
But that'll fix it.
Give us a second. Thank you for letting us know. Hello, Metro.
I think I can.
Yeah, that should be good. I bet.
Well, I haven't done it yet. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Scarlet mono.
Pass the podcast.
There we go.
Yeah. We good? We good?
We should be good now.
Hell yeah. If anybody's wondering why I'm wearing shades, it's because the lights are really bright and I'm autistic, so I get burnt out really fast. So if you don't like it, you're fucking ableist and fuck you. That's how we start. That's how we start the podcast, just with aggression.
I told him not to use the shades because like it would ruin the vibe, but you know.
Yeah. 7 hates autistic people.
I told him that when I was pooping. I had the door open so I could still communicate.
Oh, and this is Nova. Now that we've actually started, she wants to be involved. She's a cat, in case you haven't noticed. But yeah, so our plan. Our plan is we'll go over the two locals. Yeah, she's cute. She's adorable. We'll go over the 2 locals. So we'll go over Neutral B and Contender. I think we'll spend more time talking about Zoo.
Yeah, we're definitely going to spend more time on the bigger brackets, obviously. And hopefully the Code Red 100 bracket drops while we're live and we could look at it. That would be pretty fun.
That would be lit. Zoo was fucking fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
the Zoo was really hype. And then maybe, like, if we have extra time, some general Smash stuff, like goals. Our goals with Smash.
Yep. How long y'all plan to be live? We were thinking like an hour or so.
Yeah,
right?
maybe like an hour to 2, I would guess.
Yeah.
Depending on how carried away we get
We're just
in
gonna
the shit talk.
Well, yeah, because there's gonna be a lot of shit talking, and like the reason we kind of started this was because every time Seven and I would hang out, like we went to a movie theater, and then we talked for like 3.5 hours straight.
Yeah, it was Spider-Verse.
It was across the Spider-Verse, and then the next time we hung out, it was like 2 hours, and we're like, we could do this in front of people, and then I think people would be interested. So, yeah, I think it'll be good. Peak movie. Oh, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
We watched it, 3 times?
I watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I want to watch it again, but I can't.
Yeah,
So.
I saw it once by myself. I saw it once with you and Murph, and then I saw it. Blake, I dragged Blake to see it, and it's so good.
But I feel like we should start off, talking about the podcast itself.
Yeah.
Goals for the podcast, or kind of like the scope. Because obviously, like, we're from Springfield Smash, so we're gonna have like a viewpoint of Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people here probably.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. Somebody clip that, drop that on the chat. 7 kisses cats.
A lot of people probably know me from like the other regions in Smash, and obviously, I'm pretty traveled across the Heartland and Smash events. So
well traveled.
The main goal. There's like no one talking about this area, or I mean, even like look at like big Smash podcasts like Tweak Talks. Like they mentioned the Midwest like twice maybe with like Level Up Arena, and then I don't know, maybe they talked about the Midwest Ultimate Invitational. I don't even remember.
It's not often unless it's like mentioning Apollo Kage for some reason.
But yeah, so like anything like north of Missouri is gonna be like a little far for us, but definitely like Missouri. And then if there's like anything big going on in like Kansas or NWA Central Arkansas, because we're pretty close to them and I know those scenes pretty well. But just like Smash in general in the Heartland, if you count Arkansas as the Heartland, I don't know if that counts as the Midwest, but that's that's part of the scope issue. So
Yeah. And so that's the Smash aspect. And I know with me coming in, because I've only played Smash, what, like 5-6 months, not very long. And I'm obviously really, really interested in the community. But I also, the main thing I do is like music and touring and stuff like that. So I'm also wanting a space where I can talk about like my Smash goals and like my progress and what I'm looking towards with that and what I'm looking towards with music and shit like that. Because I've been looking to find a way to intertwine multiple aspects of my life. Because I don't really, I kind of keep Smash separate, I kind of keep music separate, and like my personal life separate, and so I'm trying to, create a space where I can kind of talk about all of them and do that, and so that's been relevant, to kind of blend everything, and so this feels like a good blend to be able to talk, about Smash and about the Midwest and what's going on with that, and like the progression Seven and I are both going, because Seven's got his whole Roy arc, I've got my Pit arc. And I think this is going to be really good for the community. It kind of shocked me that something like this hadn't been happening like already, because like I showed up maybe like 2 months ago, and Seven was doing streaming and stuff like that, but outside of that there wasn't a lot of people like in Springfield doing shit, and I was like, oh, it'd be good, like, and I just really like the players, like I didn't expect to give a shit about anybody really, but I really like all of the players and enjoyed all the people. So it'd be good to be able to talk about like everybody's growth and not everybody, but as much as we can, like talk about the progression the players are going through and the storylines and shit like that. Create storylines of our own and shit. Is a very unique for locals. Yeah, no, for sure. So that's the
and I mean, I don't know. I feel like in general, like.
What is she doing?
I don't know. But I could like feel it. I was confused. But I was just going to say, like, in general, yeah, like talking about especially like the players.
Yeah.
In our scenes is going to be really fun. And I love shit talking too. So there will be some of that later, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So the last regional that happened was my first regional I've ever been to. And Seven was letting me know, he was like, hey, just letting you know, like, you're going to fucking love going to regionals because there's a lot of shit talking. And I was like, oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And then I got there and I was like, oh, this is like all I want to fucking do. This shit's like polite shit talking. Like it was, like it's all in good fun. We all care about each other, but like being able, I think I like spiked somebody in doubles and you said like, oh my God, you're trash. And that just like lit. I was like, oh, here we fucking go. I think I spiked a DK player and I was like, dude, you can't keep getting hit by that, like in bracket.
Yeah. It was CAC.
Oh, yeah, that shit was funny. He won. Like, he ended up spiking me. That shit was funny. But, yeah, that shit's fun. I love that.
I remember this was a Melee thing in Springfield, but Dag, shout out to him, Melee player in Springfield, he used to bring, like, a little mic setup, and he has, on Spotify, there's a podcast called At the Springfield Melee Local, I think. It's just called that. And, it has, like, just interviews with players and stuff. He did one at one of the bigger events that we had where he interviewed, like, some Ultimate players, too, from out of region, like Morley and some people like that. And so maybe, like, in the future, having guests on or just doing it, like, at an event would be pretty hype.
That'd be super lit. I think that'd be super lit.
So, that's just... We're gonna.
We got cooking.
Yeah, we got infinite content. We got here. Infinite. Like literally, like we could just start streaming and we could just talk about anything for like an hour, and that would be like the easiest episode ever. Like there's endless content here, so it's gonna be fun to talk about everything. So yeah, podcast. Okay, maybe I should address the word podcast.
Let's break down what the word podcast means to everyone individually.
Yeah, so like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the word has just been like tainted negatively, especially during COVID when like everyone was starting their little podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's just use like I'm gonna try and use the word talk show. I think that's the best synonym that isn't tainted.
I vibe.
The 7K talk show. I just...
You're not feeling the 7K experience? Copyrighted? Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Yeah, the word podcast. People have been asking us like, what are we doing? And I'm like, a thing where we talk.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to say
to...
podcast. Like, I either sound like I'm like Joe Rogan, or I sound like I'm like a middle-aged like coffee mom who wants to talk about stuff with a platform because I think a bunch of people will want to listen.
Yeah, you're right. That's facts. That's straight up facts. So yeah, 7K magic in the air.
Yeah. So, 7K was actually just the working name, but it's kind of good. Like,
yeah, low key.
High key. It's kind of good. But, maybe. And the overlay and stuff is subject to change, but I think it's fine for now.
Well, and I'm really proud that, like, I don't know about you, but for me, I usually spend a lot of time in process when it comes to stuff of, like, I want to make sure everything looks perfect. I want to have everything outlined, and I want to make sure everything's, but when I met Seven, I was like, oh, Seven like knows what the fuck he's doing, and I know, and like I know what the fuck I'm doing. We don't need to spend like 3 months in pre-production trying to like get the name perfect and get this we got the idea. We both know what the fuck we're doing. We brought the equipment. Like we know the people. Let's get this out. Let's get this going. And I think that's a really good benefit. And it's going great. Like we're killing it already. So
a lot of people get so caught up in like the preparing stuff or the making it perfect. This is kind of relevant. I feel like this happens with like people who want to host tournaments a lot. Like I've talked to a lot of people who are like, yeah, like how do I host a tournament and stuff, and it's like you just got to do it. Like, and that's kind of what we did with the podcast or the talk show. Is like, I mean, it doesn't got to be perfect. Like
it doesn't got to be perfect.
We just got to do it.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to start more tournaments in your scene, not that I'm subtweeting any viewers in the chat.
You know who you are.
Yeah, but you just got to do it. Like you could host a tournament on the sidewalk, but as long as you have like the date and time and less than $15 entry, people will show up.
That's a good metaphor for life. Just do it. Nike really had it. Like they were ahead of the time. Just do it. Shout out to them. Shout out to Nike. It doesn't got to be perfect, Seven. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that's a lesson I've had to like learn over time. And since I've been doing stuff like production and shit like that for a decent amount of time, I can kind of be like, yeah, we're fine. There's nothing that we can't figure out together as a team. 7K. You want to get into it? Nice sponsorship win. Oh, Nike sponsorship win, right? We gotta hit them up. They're not fucking with Kanye anymore, so they probably got some spots.
Yeah,
they probably got some time.
No, that's actually so true. Yeah, we'll hit them up after this.
Right after this, we'll send them the Twitch link. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, no. Let's get off the topic, the meta topic of the podcast itself.
Podcast talk show.
We can get into some results, or as I like to call them, facts.
Oh fuck. All right. Do you want to start with contender, neutral B, or zoo?
Let's start with as far as Springfield. We should do the Springfield locals real quick because they won't take as long.
I bet.
And that way, like all the out of region people will get strung along a little bit.
Absolutely. You got to stay. Give me that watch time. Give me that fucking watch time. Yeah. So I've got a little bit of notes, and then anything I say, you can stop it and be like, oh, let's talk a little more about whatever. So contender approaching, I think it was 28 entrants. Kyrie got first in her pool. That was pretty dope. We haven't seen Homeschool Hero in a while, and he showed up. He brought sodas. I think Spice brought some sodas too.
So
as well.
Funny story, Spice and Homeschool Hero both brought soda.
Same day.
This is another like funny story within a funny story is when I like whenever people like bring stuff to share. Like since it's at contender, we don't allow outside food and drink. So like they'll be like, yeah, like I brought these cookies for everyone for Christmas, and I always tell them, I'm like, yeah, there's like unfortunately like you can't have outside food and drink, and I always say it like dead serious, and they're like, oh, like really, like Okay, yeah, I'll put it in my car. I get it.
And he did that to Spice, and I watched Spice just like freeze, and he kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Listen, motherfucker, I don't know what you're."
It was even funnier with Spice because they got a ride from someone because they're not old enough to drive, so they just have like 3 12 packs of soda and can't do anything.
Better put that shit outside, bro.
Yeah.
Better put that shit outside. That shit was funny.
But yeah, only Spice's sodas got drank.
Really?
Yeah, like Homeschool Hero's entire pack, like he brought 2 packs, they were unopened at the end.
What were they?
More Dr. Pepper than something
Well, that's
weird,
why.
like ginger ale or something.
Hashtag fuck Dr. Pepper.
What? Well, the Spice's Dr. Pepper Dr. Pepper's good.
Oh, so Spice's Dr. Pepper got drank, but not
because
then,
no one wanted to open the big pack because like they didn't. I tried to, and I actually didn't know how. I was like, I don't.
Coke Gang all the way, man. Let's start Coke Gang all the way. If I'm gonna drink soda, it's gonna be Coke.
Pepsi clears everything you guys just said.
Pepsi, what are you even? Come on, we just started this podcast. I don't need us having
show.
such. Oh yeah, my bad. I don't want us to have such deep creative differences right off the jump. Oh shit, Pepsi Farms. Oh my gosh. All right, moving the fuck on. Chewy Vase versus Spice. I think it was. Maybe it was game 3. I can't remember. But the last hit, last stock, Chewy Face fucking parried. I don't know what move it is.
It was Hatchet Man.
Yeah, he parried that to up smash, and I think I actually pissed my pants.
Yeah.
That shit was actually
something about
insane.
Chewy Face specifically. Like when AK parried the Hatchet Man against Spice, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But something about Chewy Face parrying to win, like he just would win like that. Like he's just that raw. Like he's that good.
Yeah. That's super funny. So I'll briefly talk about my. Oh no. Yeah. So Zefty continued his dominance from Zoo, and he won. And super notable, our dude JaCrispy, 2nd place. Which I think might have been his highest rating at Contender. I think his other one was 3rd. Oh, this other one is Comet. These are the 2 cats, and I guess now they're both here. But JaCrispy. Okay, we might have a problem if there's so many cats. Okay, great. Thank you. Look at that. I love that they left.
Very respectful.
Very respectful cat. They go in shifts. But yeah, JaCrispy getting 2nd. He was having a little bit of a character crisis because he was playing a lot of Marth. And his Marth was doing good, but it wasn't getting the consistent results that he wanted. And yeah, Sifty went crazy this week for real. Yeah, for sure. It wasn't getting the results that he was really wanting, and so he's picking back up Fox. And I really appreciate JaCrispy's journey because you have to be having fun. And a lot of people are like, "Yo, like your Fox is better. Just use your Fox. And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm not having fun with the character, so I don't want to play it." And so he gave himself the time to play the other characters and enjoy it, and then went back to Fox and is loving it and is farming. And so I think that's really good. I think a lot of people get kind of stuck on I just want to get the results. I just need to be good. I just need to be. And it's well, if you're not having fun, personally, I'm if you're not having fun, what the fuck is? Yeah, I don't care if you're having fun. Fox broken, fair. But yeah, I like that. I like that he was able to go back to Fox and is fucking cleaning up. Yeah. Did you have something else?
No.
All right.
I shout out to JaCrispy for the 2nd. Well, we do have to. His bracket was pretty decent though because Kyrie beat Zefty in pools. So Kyrie was the 1 seed, and so whenever they came out of pools, JaCrispy had to play Kyrie in winners semis instead of Zefty.
Oof.
Which helped, but I'm not
Dude, 7.
I'm just laying facts.
7's just letting you know, JaCrispy, that you're not good at the game. He's not salty that he lost to you once at Neutral B, and it's all good. My run, nothing too notable. I went 3-3. Fought Dry for the first time. That was really cool. Went to game 3. Dry's super good. It's a Wario, so I've never had that matchup before. Spice cheesed the ever-loving hell out of me. More than I've ever happened in my entire fucking life. I had 2 stocks the entire time. And Spice gave it up. He was like, that is the least... I think he's that's the least earned victory he ever got. So that was nice. I then 6-0'd my next opponent out of just pure rage and anger. And that was nice. And then...
Well... You should
3 stock. Oh yeah, 6 stocked.
Yeah.
What day is Bears?
Bears is Wednesday. That's the Northwest Arkansas local.
Bet.
Yeah.
And then so I went 3-3, and then I could have did the redemption bracket, but I was kind of in a place where it's like, well, I've got this tournament at the end of the week, and I've won the last, I think, 4 redemption brackets, and so for me, I was like, I don't have to. If I don't want to do it, I shouldn't have to. I'm trying to not force myself to play the game if I don't want to play the game, and I've kind of proven to myself that like I can win, and I've won when there's like 12 entrants or more and stuff. So it's kind of taught me the things that I want. Redemption King, hell yeah. So that was cool. So I was like, all right, and everybody kind of wanted me to play, but I was like, nah, I think I'm good. And then I didn't, and our homie Rain won the whole thing with solo Joker, which is super, super cool because he has not, he's been in a little bit of a character crisis. I say a little bit. The dude plays like 8 characters any bracket. Yeah. But he seems to be feeling that Joker. KSI would win Bears. Ooh, is that true?
No, because you're not going to Bears. Actually, I need to clarify this to Zefty real quick. Zefty, if you're not in the loop, Springfield is actually boycotting Bears. Because we've been to like 5 Bears in the time since they went to the last Contender or Springfield Weekly. So we're actually boycotting NWA locals until they invade us to make it fair. So if you're wondering why I haven't been to Bears with a carpool in like a few months, it's literally because I keep telling them like they need to come up to a Springfield local.
Oh, that's Buddha Bam. Hey, Buddha Bam, I missed you, bud. Oh, that's funny as shit. That's funny.
Yeah, so just so the Springfield players, actually not even Springfield, if you're from anywhere in Missouri, do not go to Bears until they come here for like a normal weekly invasion.
Great, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, then that's exciting. So that's that. That's Contender. Pretty standard stuff. It was super cool to see Rain take first. It looks like he's going to keep up the Joker. You know, Zefty in first, Joe Crispy in second. Shit was dope. Nutribee, do you want to kind of go over? There was not really much I really think that was notable.
Yeah.
Nutribee, you lost to Joe Crispy once. Mm-hmm. How's that feel? How did that feel? Like in bracket.
I knew I'd win the run back.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Well, okay,
okay. It was 3-1.
Well, yeah, I lost to Jacrispian winners.
Skill issue, yeah.
And I was like, okay, like
let's go game by game now.
I don't even remember.
It was 3-1. Debate 7. Straight up. Thank you. Trying to pull it out of him. Yeah, so how was it? When is Contenders? Contenders are every Monday at
7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. Yeah.
Yep. But as far as my set with Jacrispy, you know, I could get into the specifics of why I was losing or why I lost. Oh my gosh. But I knew, I was like, okay, like I know I can play good enough to win if I meet him again, and I know I will. So it ended up happening. That's pretty much my run at Neutral B.
And then you fought Dud, right? And then
I fought Dud.
Did he take a game?
Yeah. Well, finally,
damn, 7?
Well, why do you think I lost to Jacrispy? Like, he's playing ass.
No, in my head canon, Jacrispy fucking shook you so much that like you were just kind of.
Well, that could actually be partly true.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say it was funny because my set against Dud, I lost.
Catch this 3-0 next week. Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah. Let's get this work.
I won 3-1 against Dud, and 2 of the games I won, I literally SD'd at 0.
That did happen. Yeah.
Like. At 0, but then the game he beat me, I didn't. He just beat me that game.
I low-key thought Dud was gonna take this. I think if Dud had more confidence, I think he would have done better in that set. Like, because you were like a little not the peak 7 that we're used to seeing, and so I was like, oh damn. But then you turned it on and beat everybody. 7 ain't never been this good. Oh man, that's so iconic. So then. You went and then you fought. Who'd you fight?
I fought Payday.
Nice.
Allroy.
You were. We did friendlies with your Sephiroth. Who was that for? Was that for Chewie?
No, I lied. It was for Payday. I went Sephiroth game 1 against him and lost.
Fair.
But you know the controller, the adapter was broken.
Really?
Legitimately. Because Rain told me, he's like, oh yeah, if you're in port 2. Like it doesn't work right, and I kept randomly jumping. Yeah,
That's a throwback. That's a fucking throwback.
The MGS, Rain has the fucking MGS adapter.
Fucking Psycho Mantis shit. That's a fucking throwback.
You gotta plug into port 2 to beat 7. Just remember that.
Oh man, I love our talk show. I'm gonna just be watching this shit back. This shit is so funny. You have to. I'm typing that out. That's so funny. You have to plug into port 2 to beat 7. That shit's funny.
Dude, I'm totally gonna use that next time I'm in like a Twitter argument. Like earlier when I was talking shit with the Como players, I should have been like, bro, you gotta plug into port 2 to beat me. Like,
I'm built different.
That's actually
that
hilarious.
Lit. That shit's lit. But yeah, so you game 1 Sephiroth, and
then I switched to Roy and I just won with Roy. And then Chewy Face, I went game 5 with him.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
This is actually funny. So like before, when we were sitting down to play, me and Chewy, I was like, I kind of want to play like Rob or Ike. I don't know why. Like I said that, and Chewy's like, "You should honestly. Like that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like doesn't it sound like you'd have fun if you did that?"
I appreciate Chewy.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go Rob for fun, and I lost, and I was like,
What was
your fucking silver tongue, like
goated me?
So then I went Roy. Okay, this is why Chewy Face doesn't make sense. We went game 5, and then 2 of the games I won, I 3-stocked him. But we still went game 5. I'm like, how does this player
Chewy's a
exist?
fucking anomaly.
Like, how can he play like this? And, like, it's game 5.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
I was showing my coach. My coach is Ray Z. He's a pit player in Australia. And I was showing him some footage of Chewy. And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, like, all banjo players that kind of spam side beat. And I was like, no. I was like, no. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about until you see this. And he was like, yeah, okay, sure. I've seen a lot of banjos. And he saw Chewy, and he was like, I have never seen somebody play like this, and I have no idea why it works. And I'm like, yeah, like, Chewy is just like, he's just a fucking anomaly. He's like a, what was it in the Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah, it's an anomaly. It's like, you're an anomaly. You're not supposed to be here.
on
my Miles shit.
At the PR, like...
How did this happen?
Chewy not on the PR yet. Maybe this season.
Yeah?
The PR hasn't dropped.
When is it dropping?
I'm pretty sure we finalized it today. I actually reformed the Springfield Smash PR committee because the old one didn't really do anything.
Facts.
And it was just outdated. So I, like Avengers style, put a team together.
Avengers style.
There's 5 of us. I don't know. I guess I could just say who's on it.
Yeah.
It's not like a secret.
Yeah, so me.
No.
Okay.
Me. This is how we decided the PR, but by the way, you're on the committee.
Pat, I love that, as I should.
No, so the new PR committee, it's yours truly. I'm the Illuminati of Springfield. Honestly, low-key Missouri Smash.
Yeah?
But we won't talk about that. But, yeah, so it's me, MD.
Nice.
Dr. Kakenstein is a newcomer. Guat, most of you probably don't know who it is, but that's a Melee player in Springfield. But he's like a big stats dude, and he writes some of the scripts for Turn Down for Walt.
Sick.
I think that's who it is.
That's
yeah, on YouTube. So like he's a big stats dude. So he mainly does like the stats, like helps us with objectivity. And then that's why the Melee player is on it from the outside point of view. And then we wanted someone who wasn't on the PR.
I was just about to say, that's 3 out of 5 are PR.
Well,
pretty fucking interesting, but okay.
Well, there's a weird... So, I mean, it's a fact, like, obviously you want people who decide the PR to be good.
Okay.
But also, like, especially since Springfield is a smaller scene, it's not like we have a huge pool of good players that also aren't on the PR.
However you want to justify this, this fucking... This nepotism you're doing, that's fine. Yeah. No, I agree, though. That makes sense.
And then also, like, if we add people who, like, are HM level... especially consistently, it could be a little bias, which maybe if we don't think you're biased, it's not like it's a personal attack.
Okay.
But the last person is is a TO in Springfield. It's Dud the Bomb.
Oh hell yeah, my
Yeah.
homie Dud. That's a good get.
Yeah, so
Shout out to my boy Dud.
Dud runs all the Springfield redemption brackets pretty much. And we feel like, he's a nerd.
This Shakira's we call out is crazy.
He's a nerd, so like we knew he would like the stats.
How much does it cost to buy you off 7? Why do you think I'm doing this fucking podcast? I'm about to be PR next season. Here we go.
No comment. So recap, since it got a little rambly, it's me, MD, Dud the Bomb, Kakenstein, Guat. That's 5. An odd amount.
That's nice. You said you think you finalized it today?
Yeah, I think so.
Great. Did you have anything else from that?
No, I was just thinking, like, is that all for, like, specifically Springfield?
Yeah. In terms of, like, players, JaCrispy got, I think, 3rd in that tournament, so that's another, like, JaCrispy doing good. Oh, Indecisive was there. That was cool. He got 1st. Zepti got... okay. Zepti got 2nd. Yeah, Nutribee didn't really, like... There was nothing that really, for me, like, struck me as, like, something to talk about. It's pretty standard.
7th personal Illuminati. It's funny you say
Truly.
that because the PR group chat when I made it is literally called the Neo PR the Neo Springfield PR Committee Illuminati or something like that, and the picture is like these 5 like robed figures like standing in a line.
That's funny. Oh,
So-
Zepti wants to shout us. Yeah, did he reverse 3-0 you?
No, it wasn't a reverse 3-0.
But it was
back
game
and
5,
forth.
right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
game 5.
Yeah. Because I think you won the first 2. Wait, you sure? Because I thought you won the first 2.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm
I think it
tripping.
was
Maybe I'm
1-1-1-1-1.
Okay.
Like, I think it was literally back and forth, but we'll see if Zefty lies or not in the chat.
Yeah, let's see.
But-
Yeah. But he won. That was good. That was good on him.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Yeah. I don't really
Yeah.
have much for Nutribee. Nutribee was pretty
Neutral B
standard.
is just kind of like, oh, I guess I
Supplement.
could tell you everyone that next week I'm running Neutral B because Patrick will be gone.
Great. Oh, that means you can't enter, right?
I might do it just
Okay.
because.
That's half the reason I go to Nutribee is to eventually face you in bracket. That's like 3/4 of the reason.
True. I guess.
'Cause
I appreciate that.
Well, that's the only time I can fight you because you can't do contender. Because you work.
Yeah.
Sefty's a fibber.
Yeah, there's no CP next week. Just ST.
You better enter. You're dodging. You're right. We did go back and forth. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Okay, cool. That's my bad. Yeah. So we want to do.
Well, okay. While last Springfield specific topic,
What's CP?
Corporate Patrick.
Okay.
That's the TO for.
Oh God, he's dope. I like him.
Yeah,
he's funny as
his
shit.
name's Corporate Patrick.
He's a cool.
You wanna-
He's dope as shit.
My Patrick impression is him like standing there and like scratching his belly like this.
He does
Someone
do
did that?
Smash Dad, yeah.
Someone did that. I think it might have. Well, I don't want to say who it was, but someone told me like or brought that like mannerism he has
Yeah,
to me,
he
how
definitely
he
does
scratches his belly, and ever since then it's so funny to me,
He
man.
definitely does that. That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. So yeah, we got Zoo. Do we want to talk doubles? You have more to say about doubles than
We
I
don't
do.
need to talk about doubles that
Great,
much
'cause I don't-
no one cares.
Great.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I teamed with Kyoto Hawk, 2 corrupt TOs together. That was fun.
That Bowser Roy combo was sick. It was
Yeah,
good.
Bowser's pretty good in dubs, honestly.
Yeah. You guys what? I think it was 4th place, right?
We got fifth.
Okay.
Because we lost to.
We did flop in doubles. We all didn't collectively.
I lost to the 1 seed in both events.
Sorry, KS Light, for not being at the local. We can play next summer. Oh, dude, you're so good. And we got Wi-Fi as well. I'm chilling. Yeah, we weren't. Yeah, but we were saving our load. Not saving our load. Jesus, we were saving our. We were saving our build up for the rest of the for the rest of the bracket, because that's where we really arrived. You were saving what? No, you're saving our stamina.
Yeah, stamina.
Yeah, stamina. So yeah, there was a few notables. Awesome Evie's set with what's
Justin.
Yes.
23.
Was that game 3? It's okay. Why are you crying? She's fine.
It was game 3 last stock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, Awesome Evie was like 50% away from beating.
Save my load.
From beating Justin in like an actual like. In the whole set, not just a game. He took it. He won a game.
Yeah.
And then it was literally last stock, bro. I saw the bracket and I was like, dude, Awesome Evie. I think he could lowest of keys beat Justin. Like I was telling people that. I was like, guys, like, I think he can win.
Yeah.
And it was so close, man.
He was saying, keep going.
This would have been the biggest upset in Missouri Ultimate history, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the 70th seed. If he beat Justin, like, that would have just been unprecedented.
He was at like 110%, and he hit a charge shot, and Justin took like 35%, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, this is winnable!"
Yeah.
2 more interactions in a dare, and you can actually fucking die. That was super lit.
Awesome Evie plays he plays Samus.
Woo! Let's go Samus!
And he plays Samus exactly like the Samus player. Like he's like a 2-and-2er who just camps as hard as he fucking can.
Bunch of charge shots, bunch of up airs.
And it's not even like literally like he stands in one place a lot. Like literally like the Samus.
Don't touch my shield.
Yeah, up B's like
Is there a scrimmage?
One time Indecisive told me this joke. You know that video?
He is the flip chart. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know that video where the girl's like, "Oh, I wonder what hole this block goes in." It's like, it's the square. And then she gets like the circle. And she's like, "Oh, I wonder what this one goes in. It's the square." And Indecisive was like, "That's Samus up B out of shield."
Yep.
Like you'll hit a shield up B. You'll try and tomahawk him, like land and grab him. He's still up B's like preemptively. It's the square hole for Samus players.
And it works every time. So that was pretty lit. Your game 5 set with Death Spade was this shit a legend. Can I say what you said about Sora? Or is that
yeah.
So before the set, I was talking with Seven, and I think the set record between you and Death Spade, I think it's like 2-0 in his favor or something like that.
It's like I think it's 4-0 now. It was 3-0.
It was 3-0. And Seven, we were talking like the bracket because he, Death Spade plays Bayonetta and Sora, and I was like, well, what are you gonna do if he does Sora? And Seven was like, oh, if it's Sora, I'm gonna fucking wash. I'm gonna fucking wash that character. And I was like, seriously, like Sora? And he's like, yeah, I'm super ready, super about it. And that first game was brutal. He put that Sora right back in his fucking pocket.
Well, I just knew. I was like, dude, like, you gotta play your man against me, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, get that crusty Sora back in the pocket.
That
Which
Sora
is funny
died.
because then he beat Justin with the Sora.
Which is wild.
Casey, y'all can't be letting that Sora win, man.
Well, and I was impressed by your like use of parries, especially with the side Bs, where sometimes you wouldn't even parry the side B hits, and you would just wait for one to go by and then punish it. That clip that I used is him side Bing you once and you waiting and then jab back airing and killing him. And I'm like, there's like the first level is like dodging it, second level is parry, and third level is like I don't even need to fucking parry. Like I just know where that shit's gonna go. Yeah. That's incredible.
I don't know if this is like a hot take still, but I feel like Sora, like I'm just not a Sora believer. Like I know like Kameme has been getting results and stuff, but I think Sora just is a little bad.
I think Sora has not been played optimally. As like Kameme is obviously great. I think with more players, I think his potential is like not unlocked. I think Sora has the potential to play like really, really well, but like we don't really have anybody outside of like Kameme. And when he loses really hard. I think there's some matchups that like.
Yeah. No, I also said this about Sora, since they're talking about him being lame in chat.
Oh my god, fucking lame.
Sora.
I don't want to. Whatever. I don't want to fucking. With all of these fucking characters in this game.
Let me speak my truth about Sora. Here's the tragic thing about Sora. You know, our good players aren't being taken by Samus. They're not being taken by Game & Watch. Like, no one is switching those characters.
Yeah, that's true.
But Sora is taking the good Fundies players from us.
I wonder
Kameme,
why.
I mean, the Mega Man was sick. Like, let's not lie.
He was wrong.
Okay? Kameme taken by Sora. Death Spade, not all the way, but like being taken by Sora.
Yeah.
Dr. B, our own Springfield
Hell
legend, taken by Sora, bro. He used to play Chrom and Captain Falcon.
Upgrade.
WK9 used to play like Cloud. Like, Sora is like taking like the Fundies out of good players.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. That's why I have a grudge against that character.
Fire! Freeze! Thunder!
And
I love that shit.
And someone also said, is Awesome Eevee on the level of STL 2 and Tours? You know, I feel like we need to briefly address this. No one in Springfield is on the level of an STL 2 and Tour, and that's all I got to say on the matter.
We got more. We got more a little later. We got more. Stay tuned. Yeah. So
they'd run our region. Continue though.
No. Zefty making fourth. Insane run. His game 1 of top 8. Him not wanting to play against a Mewtwo. And then him 3-stocking that Mewtwo in like I think a minute and 10 seconds.
No, Zefty kept saying like, oh, I don't want to play against Mewtwo. Like, I hate playing against that character. And Zefty like lost to Iomega, who's like, if you know who Negative is, it's Negative's brother.
Oh, cool. I don't know.
Yeah, who's like, I mean, he's all right, but Zefty shouldn't be losing that. You know what I'm saying? And then Tim Prater, Mewtwo comes along, and you know, suddenly it didn't look like Zefty hated the matchup so much.
Shit. Omega 8 stock me? Wow, that's wild. I'm so intimidated. That's fucking funny. Payday and Crispy had to end up fighting, which is always sad to travel just to fight somebody in your fucking region.
Look at Awesome Eevee's bracket. Actually, he lost to Justin, and then after that, he lost Game 5. I think it was to Crispy. I think it was Game 5.
Yeah.
But it's like the only people that are beating Awesome Eevee, like you got to be Justin 23, second seed of the tournament, or someone who plays against him every week and plays his worst matchup.
Yep. That's the only way to defeat the awesome team kill for real.
We protected the zoo.
Yeah, team kill for real
from Awesome Eevee.
And then we had Chewy Face in grand finals against
Castle.
That buff dude. Yeah, Castle. That shit was with Castle drinking a fucking Bud Light on a box. That shit was a fucking fever dream.
Chewy Face winning that redemption bracket is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, truly.
No, that I heard someone being like, yo, like Redemption Grand Finals is happening and Chewy's in it, and I was like, there's no way.
And he had to win 6 games.
Right, it's not even that like I think Chewy's not good enough to be in grand finals of that redemption bracket. It's just like, of course he fucking is, like in grand finals of redemption.
And that shit started best of 5s right off the jump with 45 entrants. That was, Dud, we announced that you're part of the peer committee. Congrats, bud. Yeah. Did you want to talk about your run at all?
Wait, I need to, real quick, the best of 5 thing. So redemption was all best of 5.
45 entrants.
Yeah, well, it's funny because Kyoto Hawk was like, we're starting top 48, and I was like, is it best of 5? Like, I yelled that to him, and he's like, it's best of 5, but then he goes, redemption is best of 3, and then he told me, he said that, and then he sat down to play his opponent, and he was like, GG's or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's best of 5. And he's like, he's like, what do you mean? And they're like, oh yeah, like someone said it was all best of 5, and he's like, motherfucker, I'm the TO, but everyone was already doing best of 5.
God, that was so
it just
painful.
got like, it was best of 5. Like that's what the people decided apparently.
That shit was fucking rank. That shit was fucking rank. I was thinking, okay, I guess I can, because your run's more interesting. So I guess I can go my run, and then you can do your run.
Yeah, sure.
So I went and fought Bus, because we got Zafro.
Yeah.
I fought Bus my first round. That was super competitive. We went game 3. He plays Snake. It was just fun.
He's number 2 in the latest Como PR that just dropped.
Great.
And he plays Snake, just for people who might
don't
not
know
who Bus is.
Yeah. And so, like, with me in this game, like, I've only been competing for 5 months. So, a Cloud Signing matchup, and I had to wait best of... So, for me, I'm, like, super new into the scene. And so, everybody's a challenge. And so, I try not to focus on, like, who I have to fight and just, like, do it and figure it out later. And so, the fact that I was able to take him to, like, retroactively learning that he was, like, 2 and... super good, felt really good, and was like a confidence booster of like, oh yeah, cool. So like we went game 3, like I could have won that. That's super cool. I fought a Jigglypuff player. I don't remember who it was, and this is no disrespect to the Jigglypuff player, but it's just like an exhausting matchup. Yeah. And I won game 1, and I felt myself like slipping and not caring as much anymore. And I told myself, my gift to myself, if I win this set, I don't have to keep playing. And so like I like turned it on in my brain. I was like, okay, cool, win. And so I won that. That was cool. And then I fought a Falco player and I lost. And that was fine. It was competitive. And then I went to the redemption bracket. 3-1 to my first opponent. I think it was that same Falco player that you fought. Scotty
Macon.
Yeah,
Falco from KC.
Yeah, so he was cool. I 3-1'd him. That was great. I fought what's his name? Zafro. I 3-0'd him, and it's true chaos. That's how I felt about playing against Iceland. Yeah. And so I fought Zafro, and so in Zafro's defense, so I 3-0'd him. And his defense, it was a bit right before that. It was a really big set with Bus and I think somebody else, and everybody was like super super hype. And when we were playing, it low key felt like he was still kind of paying attention to like the other things that were going on in bracket. Like a 3-0 is a 3-0, but it still felt like he was kind of focused on other things. That being said, that was me without prep time. I guess you want to read the tweets?
Yeah.
I want to read the...
No, yeah, Chaos Light's like Batman. Like, you give him the prep time, like, he'll win.
So everybody was talking shit about the 2 tours and shit like that. And so Seven came through and said, Zafro came in here talking shit like he ain't lose to Chaos Light 3-0 in bracket. He's been playing for like 4 months. Grind is just different. And Zafro has challenged me to a best of 5 at Code Red tomorrow, and I think it's going to be super competitive, but I plan on fucking demolishing him because I got prep time, and if I got prep time, then I do a lot better, and the fact that I was able to 3-0, I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, no, that's just going to be dope. That's just going to be so fucking hype. I'm talking shit, but obviously, like, nothing but love. Yeah, I plan on fucking rocking his shit. So that's pretty exciting. We fit super challenging, and he plays really well. But that was it. Oh, and then I fought a Daisy player. I won the first 2 games. He won the next 2.
Kosak.
Yeah, he was super dope. He likes Daisy, not talking shit. I love it. Yeah, dude, you're the homie. I really like Daisy as well, as you can see. And so we talked about Daisy for a bit. I won the first 2 games. He won the next 2 games. And then I just didn't adapt, and he adapted to me harder than I adapted to him. So I lost that game. I was out of winners. And then I fought fucking Chewy Face. I traveled 3 hours just to be fucking side beat to oblivion by fucking Chewy Face.
Chewy Face has to be the worst, like, person you can get to team kill you at an out of region tournament.
Oh my fucking god.
Like, if you're a Springfield player and you have to play Chewy Face,
it's like, Jesus
that's
Christ.
Like the worst possible thing.
Yeah, so that...
I'm literally, if I see that, I'm shaking. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, of course he's gonna beat me today, like, at the out of region tournament.
When you hold your phone against the mic, it blows static feedback. Go, thanks. Oh, and then I'll show you how to do the phone thing a little later. But yeah, so it was Chewy Face. He won the first game. I won the second game, and I popped off just to kind of get in his head. Like I literally stood up and screamed. It was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Kind of shake him up a little bit, kind of get in his head. And then he won the next 2 games, and I was like, that's fucking fine. I can stop playing this game. That's awesome. So I was out at 9th, which is not bad for first redemption out of region. And then Chewy went on to win it. She's another.
I like the BPM saying, I destroyed Chewy mid on a regular basis.
Chewy mid. And then real quick, how you do the phone background thing is you hold it, and then you can just like customize and like click, oh, I want to do this photo and this photo and shit like that. Little iPhone tutorials real quick. So you want to do your bracket?
My round 1 lucky shot. I think he had never played the game before. I'm being serious. I didn't even mean that.
I know you're being serious. The bracket called that chaos play. I love it.
So his dad. I always feel awkward playing the sets where the parents are watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially because I always win.
Because I'm gonna fuck up your kid in front of you. That is the goal.
So I played him. I gave him some advice. He was chill though. Like he was a cool dude.
Who'd he play?
I don't remember who he played game 1. Game 2 he switched to Ike, which I thought was funny because most people think Ike is, or Roy is Ike's worst matchup. So I saw him switch to that character and I was like, oh, this poor guy. Like he has no idea.
He has no idea what's coming. That's funny.
So I won that, and then I was supposed to play the winner of Scotty Macon and level 40 Raichu. Raichu is a St. Louis player. He's a homie of mine, actually. But he couldn't make it. So I played Scotty Macon on the side stream, the Falco we were talking about.
Got a sick clip.
Yeah, no, I can't say it, but if the people decide that it's sick.
Oh, it was sick as fuck. I don't give a shit. That was sick as fuck. I used it in our little like promo video. That shit was lit. Yeah, that shit was gas. Yeah.
So it was a little clean.
That was lit. And it was funny because in our set he was like, "Oh yeah, I fought 7." And I was like, how did that go? And he was like, "Oh, it was bad." He was like, 7 hit me with some shit that I never seen before. And I said, "Let me guess, did it start with the falling up air?" And he was like, "Yeah, it did." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the 7 combo start. If you get hit with the falling up air, then your life might be over."
It's GG's.
Motherfucker's a cult leader. Call him out. He ain't never been.
Okay, I've always
Zepti,
had
I love
people,
you, dude. He ain't never been fucked this good.
I always have people tell me that I have like cult leader or like mob boss energy.
You do, absolutely.
I don't know why, but I've always had people tell me that like my whole life.
From what age to what age? Like now? But
I was probably like when I was like 15 maybe. Okay. I wasn't really sentient before that.
I thought they were going to be like, ever since you were 8 years old, we knew.
Yeah, my mom was like, you're going to be a cult leader when you grow up.
Since he was a fetus. Yeah, so that was the first two fights,
yeah,
right?
So played Scotty 1. And then I was supposed to play Kyoto Hawk. Which would have been, like...
Doubles kill.
Yeah, doubles. My doubles partner, lovers to enemies. Yeah, but I ended up not because Serenivita. I can't remember how it's pronounced because I can't see how it's spelled.
Do you really want to know? Because I can look it up. If not, who cares?
Well, you might. I want to put some respect on their name.
I bet. Great.
So
then I'll look it up.
Well, no, it's right here. Serenivita.
Try it 4 more times.
Serenivita. It was it's not a real word. Okay, I'm not stupid.
Fucking serendipity question mark.
It was Serenifida. We're not getting caught on this. We're moving on.
We've already got caught on it. It's already.
I played them because they ended up beating Kyoto Hawk. Yeah, they were playing hot. Unfortunately, I'm pretty good at the Robin matchup. I like playing against Robin because I'm one
You
of
like
those...
all of the not fun matches.
I'm kind of a smashicist.
Ooh, I like that. Branded. That's ours.
I don't know.
Smashicist.
But yeah, I was like, I'd rather play this Robin, honestly. Like, I actually love playing against Bowser too, so this was a win-win. But Robin is a terrible matchup for Bowser. So Kyoto Hawk switched to his secondary, which is Villager.
Interesting.
His Villager is actually pretty good. Like, it wasn't just like a random pick. Like, I've seen him clutch a lot of sets with Villager. But he couldn't clutch this one, so I played against them to make it out winners. And I did. They were pretty good. They almost got me game 2, but I started mashing.
Was this still best of 3?
Yeah, yeah. And then after that, I played Deathspade. Cleaned up the Sora, as expected.
Hard.
Then...
I was so... Those parries and shit, I was like, is nobody fucking seeing this shit? Fuck! So fucking good! Yeah, it was so lit.
And then the Bayo came out.
That was a hot set, yeah.
Honestly, like, I was just playing so greedy because I wanted the win.
Yeah.
Like, it was so winnable.
Yeah.
So, Deathspade knows for next time, like, you better watch your back.
Oh, it was 100% winnable. Like, it was, I thought you were going to 3-0.
I mean, I could go into, like, more detail about what I think I did wrong or what I could do better, but, all you gotta know is, like, yeah, I was a little greedy. I got a little greedy. That's always my fall. That's always my issue.
And let us know if more analytical stuff is something we're interested in, because if people are interested in like knowing, like, I know, like, when I watch like Tweak Talks and the other ones, I like hearing the players talk about, like, oh, specifically blah 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 blah. So if people are interested, Smash a Kiss would be the reason I would get the police. Obviously, like, if you don't want to give away your secrets, you don't have to. But like in the future, if people are interested in that,
yeah,
I know I'd personally.
No, I'm not against like talking about how I win or how I beat people or anything, because like in the end of the day, like, I'm probably just better, so I'll beat you anyway.
Ooh, oh man, say it for the man in the back.
So like that's like my approach to it. It's like, if you beat me, like, I'll end up winning anyway. So I'm not that worried about it, I'll tell you how I win. Just ask me.
Yeah, get fucked, everybody else. Team Fundies, yeah. Yeah. So I think that could be an interesting thing. I'd love to hear, because I'm still new at the game, so for me it's always interesting to be able to hear the thought process behind how you and Zefty and everybody do what you all do.
Right, yeah. And then I guess moving on for my bracket, I played Bus, I think, after that, because there's that picture of me being the Smash Mom where I'm like sitting with like
your little cardigan
and the cardigan that I found, and then
I thought it was yours. It definitely wasn't.
So I played Bus. I knew I was I was confident, very confident going into that set, because I know how to play against Snake. Like,
yeah, you've got enough snakes.
Smash a Kiss moment again. Like, I like playing against Snake now. Snake is one of those characters I played so much against. Like, if I go out of region and I have to play a Snake who's like decent, I'm like, oh, I'll probably win. Like, just because I'm good at the matchup. So Bus was better than I expected, but I ended up winning. I think it was 3-1.
It was 3-1. You bust.
Yeah.
Next is
W7. That's what they would say in Como. If you know, you know. But then after Bus, I played Poppin, I think, who plays Little Mac and Doc.
Jeez, what a combo.
This is a nightmare scenario for me, because historically I'm bad against these kinds of characters that, like, I have to interact with and are really cringe. But I've been getting, like, I'm just a lot better than I used to be at it, and about, like, beating people at their own game whenever they play low tiers like that. And Roy's broken. So I did pretty good. I won game 1 and 2, and then he switched off of Doc and went to Little Mac. Won game 3, and I was like, yeah, like, I kind of get it. There's no way I'm getting reverse 3-0'd by Little Mac, though, because, like, any one of these games, I can kill him at 0, basically, and then the game's just going to end, which is exactly what happened next game. I just gimped him twice, and it was like, okay, yeah, this character sucks. So beat Poppin. He didn't seem too happy about that. And then moving on, I played into it. I mean, I taunted him because, like, I could tell he was a little tilted.
Oh, that's, yeah.
But
yeah, do it.
You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Straight up.
But moving on, I played Chumples.
You did.
I think that was when I played Chumples.
Mm-hmm.
I had never played him before. I played him in a money match, and I won, so I kind of knew a little bit about Shulk. But he played better in our set, and I got hit by some stuff. So that was a GG. He beat me 3-1, so I got 9th.
I think that's it.
Um,
You're so
and then we can talk about. I mean, what's some things about the bracket as a whole? I guess we briefly mentioned Zefty doing good. Zefty was the 20th seed and got 4th, which is really good. Plus 5 seed performance ranking or rating. I mean, so 5 SPR plus 5 SPR is really good. And then what do you got? Who else did all right in Springfield?
I mean, I think everybody in Springfield did pretty good. Jer Crispy got 24th. Payday and Foxy both got 17th. I think that's... Who's that? Who was this one?
Oh, BPM.
Oh, yeah. Got what? 13th?
Yeah, Beastly Piano Man. He got 13th, losing to... no idea. Someone.
He did lose. He did lose to
he
someone.
lost to someone.
Yeah, I was watching Payday. Payday's like one of my new favorite players to like watch and analyze. And yeah, Plupe. Yeah, Payday was fucking.
Oh my god! Right, Beastly Piano Man had to play Zefty.
That's brutal, man.
Which is really funny because if you don't know, they play like that's like Judah or that's probably BPM's like one of his worst in region matchups. Like they play all the time, and Zefty like normally wins like probably like 80% of the time. So that was just, I mean, that was so tragic, honestly.
Yeah, another team kill. Yeah, it was a fun venue. The TO was really cool. I've never met him before. What was
Kyoto Hawk.
Yeah, he seemed really, really, really cool. Peyton wants to fight you so bad, PPQ. That's super dope. Yeah. Everybody from Springfield did pretty well. Everybody who's like projected to do pretty well did pretty well. And then like Redemption, Chewy got 1st. I got 9th. Awesome Evie got 9th. Rain got 13th. Oxen got 17th. It was all pretty good. I think that's it with Zoom.
I like so. What do you think about like the temperature of the venue? Like, do you prefer it to be hotter or colder during a tournament?
I prefer it to not be as cold as it was.
Okay, but like, would you rather it be that cold or would you rather it be hot?
I'd rather it be hot because at least my hands, my thing is my hands. So if I'm cold, like my hands are fucked up. So if it's hot, I can take off layers. I don't give a shit. But if it's cold, I have to like warm my hands up.
Right.
I think Zefty and Payday had like hand warmers and shit.
Zefty is like Zefty's the Smash Mom. It's not actually me, contrary to popular belief. And he brought hand warmers for us to use.
And they things were warm too. I felt them in my hands. I was like, man, they was warm.
Yeah, honestly, like I think cold is better.
Really? Well, somebody said the smell, and I was like, actually, I retract my statement.
Yeah, no, the smell...
Keep that shit cold.
It's kind of bad either way, but it's definitely worse when it's hot. Like, I went to that Smash at Sixers house tournament, which was a really fun tournament, but it was in a house when it was, like, 95 degrees out, and the AC was just gone. Like, it couldn't... an army... 64 entrants, by the way, in this house.
How many did you just say?
64.
That is actually fucking insane.
So I knew this, so I wore like a sleeveless shirt and like the most airy shorts I could find I brought like deodorant. I was like, I know that this is gonna be bad, and I was right. They didn't even have any box fans. That was way too hot, but it was a good tournament. So like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just using it as an example. But I'd rather it be a little colder, personally.
I retract my statement after hearing the evidence. Yeah. I think you're 100% right.
Because, like, my hand, you're right, like, the hands aren't, like, warmed up, literally.
Yeah.
But, like, in the end, like, I want to be more comfy, and I want to wear, like, a sweatshirt.
Yeah. That's facts. That's straight up facts. Who's going to Code Red outside of me and you?
Springfield people going to Code Red 100. Oxane, Beastly Piano Man, you, me, Zefty, Payday.
Hell yeah, Payday.
Indecisive.
No way.
Yeah. Indecisive.
It's gonna be a late night.
Indecisive going to Code Red 100.
Hell yeah. Who's he riding with?
He's riding with Zefty on the way there.
Hell yes. That's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be lit. Kid Smash. Snuggies, hell yeah. Spencer, that's hell yeah. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah, no, I
Really
always like
interesting.
going to tournaments with Indecisive.
Let's see if the bracket got released. I don't think it did.
Yeah, Code Red 100 bracket needs to come out ASAP, bro.
It's fucking 8 p.m.
Indecisive says, bruh, I'm gonna get like 25th. Yeah.
No matches found. Indecisive.
Yeah, no Code Red 100 bracket yet is kind of crazy.
It's tomorrow, right? The tournament? It's
Yes,
tomorrow.
it's literally tomorrow. And it's got like 100 and something entrants.
Yeah, I think Death Spade's in there, Epic Gabriel.
The first event tomorrow is doubles at noon. I'll be there around 1:30.
Are you not in doubles?
No.
Oh.
No, not this time.
All right. I'm going to be there at, I guess, 11 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah, also, this tournament is actually more stacked than the zoo
Great.
in terms of rankings because there's, like, Nebraska people, like, and we got, like, Skittles, Brogan from Nebraska, Regulating Mofo, one of my favorite people, just, like, and obviously all the KCPR will pretty much be there, so it will be more top-heavy than the zoo.
Okay.
But...
Just gonna have fun regulating.
Dude, Spencer, Indecisive played Regulating Mofo at Home Run Smash a few months ago. And it was like game 5 and Indecisive had a huge lead. I'm sorry I'm telling this story. It's honestly, it's so tragic, man. Indecisive had a huge lead and then he just SD'd and lost game 5.
That's
Like
brutal.
last stock he had like an 80% lead and he
Just
SD'd.
like SD'd off his cipher or just like SD'd
Like
in
he
general?
went, like he was almost at 0. Like I remember he was on the left side of the stage and he just like dropped C4 and like air dodged or something, but then like he couldn't get back and he just died.
Listen, as much as I love Indecisive, I love watching a snake lose no matter what.
He blames it because I was cheering about quesaritos behind them because he's like obsessed with them. We were trolling, yeah. We were trolling.
He's cheating.
But next time Indecisive farm, so we don't need to worry about it. I know Spencer will never talk his shit, so I gotta do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Almost as tragic as 1-7 put his controller down. I don't actually know what you're referring to.
You've never put your controller down once.
No.
It's still in your head
Especially
right
not
now.
prematurely whenever I... No, I got the... Have you seen the picture? Do you know Bacon, the Dr. Mario player?
Yeah.
He had a kid, and he posted a picture of, like... his son with like
Oh
a game.
yes, he was fighting Steve.
Yeah.
I don't think enough people point out the fact that his kid was fighting Steve.
Yeah, and I was like, I have that picture saved on my phone because like I know it's gonna be like a
so
hard as fuck
funny.
caption.
That
Like
shit
I'm gonna be like,
is so funny.
came out the womb grinding.
This is funny. This definitely took me a second to like get adjusted to.
Oh yeah,
Your pump ups, because you pumped me up. I believe that's why I lost the double set. Because
Everyone says
no,
that,
and it's
man.
not even your fault. It was the first time I was playing, and I spiked somebody, and you were like, "Oh my god, man, you suck!" You said something, and that lit such a fire in me, and I was like, "I want that again." I want people talking about what I'm doing, and I went way too hard against that DK player than I should have.
So I don't know.
But now I'm adjusted to it. Now I'm ready. But the first time, I was like, I just want to do that over and over again.
For those of you who don't know, Spice uses a terrible controller. It's like a third party, like Legend of Zelda controller.
Bruh.
And Spice was getting like roasted for it a few months ago. Like this was a big Springfield meme. And then so during Spice's set with Volrath, I was like, yo, look at his controller, dog.
Come on, dude.
And then right when I said that, Spice just upbeat into like the bottom of Smashville and died and SD'd.
I know how I'm going to get my Spice win. I just got to say that. Just like mid-match. Shit, talk the controller. That's funny. I never got to see his controller. I didn't know it was a...
Oh, it's awful.
I didn't know if it was a meme. Yeah, homie, you got to get a better controller. Keep that one at home. keep that one at home. Still use it, but not for fucking tournaments. What are you doing?
That's really funny, honestly.
That's so funny.
I know.
That's so funny.
I was actually gonna come to Warp Zone, and they did offer to give me $100 of gas money if I bring a carpool. But in the end, the same day as Edge Guardians and Joplin, I was like, like I'm gonna be going to a tournament every Saturday almost this month, and I was like, I think I'd rather just go to Joplin than travel to like I don't know, where is it, Iowa or Chicago, and I heard somewhere around Chicago.
I heard Edge Guardians is gonna be one of the most beautiful tournaments.
That's true.
Ever to happen.
Edge Guardians is gonna have the talk show doubles team. Do you want to tell them how it is?
So, Seven and I are gonna be doing doubles. We're gonna be doing the Roy Pitt doubles team. Do you want more water?
No, I was toasting.
Oh, you were. I was like, would you like more water? Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. I'm wanting to get better at doubles, and how it's easy to get better when your opponent or your teammate is so much better than you. So we could probably call our team 7K, right? Because you can do team names.
Well, it depends on the tournament. Most tournaments don't allow it just because it's confusing for the people running it.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, I have no idea who this is.
Well, I'll bring a Sharpie and like write it on one of the switches or something.
Yeah, write it on the TO.
7K, that'd be good. That'd be dope. That'll be a fun double teams. Yeah, but that's gonna be lit. I keep having stress dreams that we go 0-2 because I suck. And so I hope that
there's not that much. It ain't that serious.
It is. Everything is serious. I saw a tweet and it was like, oh, it was so funny. It was like, hey man, if you didn't make the PR, just letting you know that like you suck. Numbers are everything, and you should give up.
That's why I was saying results, or as I like to call them, facts.
Yeah. I mean, that shit's so funny. It's like, yeah, you have to. You suck. If you're not on PR, you're not good. You are not trying hard enough. Numbers are everything. You should give up.
Results don't care about your feelings.
Hell yeah. Well, when's that merch coming out?
Oh, that's actually really funny.
That's actually legit. We've got so many. He's cheating. Results don't care about your feelings. I'm feeling good. Do we want to talk about any sort of like goals or thoughts you have with like the game at large, your life at large? Do you have anything?
I don't really have that much, honestly. Like, Code Red 100 is the first tournament, bigger tournament that Run It Down is doing, which if you don't know, Run It Down is like a TO organization with a lot of us here in Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
It's got like campaign, Booker. You
nice.
already know I'm like the most important member.
You already know, boy.
But it's got Root Bear, people like that. Only the best TOs basically in our region. So we've created. Well, I think the actual like creators are Cam and Justice and Booker, but they invited me. So Run It Down. First bigger event is going to be Code Red 100. It's going to be overlay by yours truly.
And you're going to get compensated for that overlay?
It was crazy. They paid me instantly.
Wow. Yeah, I bet people are fucking scared now. They're like, we don't want to fuck with Seven. Make sure you pay that man immediately.
Run It Down always pays me instantly. I can't. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna name drop a tournament or two that I haven't been paid for.
Oh, call them out.
I could list 3 right now.
We'll drop them in the Discord.
I could list 3, but I won't do it yet. Maybe next episode if they're still not paid up. This is their warning.
Yeah, somebody clip that.
But
for 5 subs, he'll name them. Yeah.
5 subs.
That shit's funny.
That's messed up. But yeah, so that's something excited about Code Red 100 is the first. I'm gonna be wearing a shirt that says "Run It Down" too, like with the logo. I'll have a shirt on over it because I'm wearing like a button up. But if you take off my outerwear, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, so that's a challenge to anybody.
Yeah.
You can if you take off Seven's outerwear at the tournament, you'll be able to see the cool prize underneath.
Yeah.
7K merch went truly. I mean, like I can get that started like yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I actually.
Oh shit! What happened? What was that?
It was 5 gifted subs.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Wait, do I actually say that?
I think you do.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh, I want to.
Okay, great. Then I think you should be doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that serious.
It is.
The biggest one is Honey Pot 5.
Damn.
Which was in March, I think. Or April. I can't remember. April. I think it was in April. So I'm waiting for them to pay me, which there was a development recently. So maybe it's coming.
That's wild. That was March?
Yeah, I won't say how much they owe me, just who. So, but, you know, it's not even... See, 2 of these tournaments, it's not even the TO's faults because they're related. They're being ran with schools where they have to do, like, more formal stuff, which takes longer. So, like, I'm not calling anyone out. But, yeah, I think it was April. So, waiting on Honey Pot, and then... what was the other one? The other.
Oh man!
It was SinCal Clash, I think. It was a tournament in Central California, and I did their overlay for Ultimate and Street Fighter 6. I'm waiting on them. That was what's the month after April? January,
May?
March, April, May. That was in May. And then the last one was a lot more recent. It was at the end of last month, which was North Star in Minnesota. But that's another school, so they have school stuff to jump through. So they get a little bit of a lenience. But if you guys haven't done esports work before, this is actually really normal. Like, it literally takes forever to get any money.
And, like, gig work in general, like...
Oh, yeah. Like, in general, like, it's just kind of like that.
I have done commercials, because I act. I've done commercials. I've seen the commercials on TV, and I've been like, oh, I haven't been paid for that.
Yeah.
Like, and I've got friends
what was that? Oh, my God. I'm not saying the amounts.
7.
I'm sorry.
And I love that you didn't even set this up. You better give Top Hat Matt a cut.
Top Hat Matt ain't getting shit.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Maybe a kiss on the cheek.
We'll give you a free merch. We'll give you one free 7K merch of your choice.
Okay, the numbers, they aren't that bad. I'll give you a rough number. Honey Pot's 130. I mean, I guess this is relevant because, like, this is how much it would just cost. It's not like this is private info. It's just how much it would cost if you wanted me to do a similar overlay. So Honey Pot was around 120, 130. SinCal Clash was 85. North Star was a little more than Honey Pot. The Midwest Ultimate Invitational overlay payment, I'll be transparent about that. The guy who accidentally made it very similar to mine, he offered to send me his cut, which was $40.
Oh. You can keep that, homie.
And I was like, he sent me like a paragraph and like stuff like that. My reply entirely was just don't sweat it. I'm like, bro, like, don't, like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like, you're trying to give me the $40 for, you know, it's whatever. I don't even care that much.
You should have ran him for his shit.
But then the company that did it, 605, the esports company, they actually did send me $50 because even though I told them, like I said, like, you know, I just wanted to post about it, so like because it's aware, like, you know, I deserve to post about it, I guess. I don't do that kind of stuff that much.
Yeah. It was iconic.
Yeah, but they actually did send me $50, even though I said I didn't need anything. So I got paid $50, and they put my advertisement banner on the last night. Thanks for tuning in, B-Kid. How do you do esports work? You just don't, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, run.
Yeah, and that's like all fucking gig work industries nowadays. It's always been bad, but it's been like historically bad. Like,
Yeah.
I've got friends on Broadway that like haven't like have done like 3-month runs and haven't been paid. And it's like touring shows. Like shit, there's nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing nowhere.
See, I've been thinking about upping my prices, but here's the thing.
Always.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, obviously, IMO, I got to be a little legitimately confident in my work for a moment.
Is that Micah?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that was you. Hell yeah. You and I, same fucking page, always. That I'm remembering who that is. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
But I just like, a lot of these tournaments couldn't even afford it if I increased.
Yeah.
Which then on one end, it's like, do I become the Balenciaga of overlays? But then like actual majors aren't hiring me. So like, if I'm not doing it for actual majors that have a ton of money, and like I'm too expensive for any kind of like smaller regional, like North Star had like maybe 100 entrants if that. But it's like, if I'm too expensive for them, but I don't get hired by majors, it's like, who am I making it for now? Like, so I'm in a weird spot. But
Keep going.
no, that's pretty much it. That's all I was gonna say.
Well, yeah, that's just really tough because that's a problem with a lot of industries. It's like you want to be able to work with people, so you want to make it like doable, but also you need more money. And if you go too expensive, then you'll never get work. If you were charging people how much money it really takes, to do this thing, it would be really hard to get work at all.
Honestly, I'm leaning towards becoming the Balenciaga of overlays, like I was saying.
Yeah?
Like, just because of the clout.
You just need to join Fresh Cut and then get tired by Luminosity, and all your dreams will come true.
True. I need to... Yo, let me take over the Fresh Cut Twitter account for a week, guys. It'll be so crazy.
Easily done. Also, Dud said there's a flash flood warning, so...
There is, yeah. We can actually... I know a lot of you guys haven't done this, but there's a window in the room we can look out of, and it is raining very hard right now. So.
I like it.
Shout out again to Oxane for gifting 15 subs, which is crazy.
That's lit. How much money is that?
It's $5 a sub, but I think if you might get a small discount if you buy them in bulk. I don't actually know.
That shit's awesome.
But
so this is already making money, dude.
That's crazy.
I gotta call my mom. We made it.
No, Oxane is the GOAT. He's very supportive of the local scene, which I really like. I really like people who do that, who support the scene a lot.
I thought you were gonna just say people, period.
No. Well, anyone who like goes to their locals, but also like puts in at least some minor effort to help out in the scene.
Yeah.
Which sometimes like it's hard because there's not that much. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't just like, if you just start searching for something to help out with, like, if you just start searching for something to help out with and find it, like, that's just going to cause more work normally, So, like, I get it. But,
no, that's really true because T.O., that's one of the things I noticed when I, like, came here from Springfield. I like noticed that you were doing a lot. Like you not only TL, but like you fucking set up the Twitch and like you know like, and then you upload the Twitch VODs like to fucking YouTube, and then like at neutral be like, yeah, we have a TL, but people are still texting you, hey, I'm gonna be late and shit like that. Like that's a lot of work on top of also being a competitor. And so it's, I hope that we can get people to support like Oxen and me and Dud and everybody, because it takes a group effort, and you're handling it like super nice and shit like that.
I appreciate
but like
that.
that shit's not, somebody's got to do it, and it's exhausting work. And the fact that you do it and you're not a bitter asshole about it, we're all very,
I'm
lucky.
a little bit of a bitter asshole,
but like, sometimes. But earned,
and mostly,
100%
yeah,
earned.
it's earned and mostly ironic, but. Default search engine.
They are killing it. Every fucking comment that comes across is fucking top tier. This shit is so good.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I 100%. I 100% agree.
Thank you, Spice. You're gonna make me cry.
Oh?
Not really.
That's what I figured.
I'm way too manly for that.
I've been around for 7 years, and never done a thing for community. Thank you for
like, okay, and I'm not coming after anyone who goes to, like, going to the tournaments and entering a lot is good enough.
That shit's funny. How many subs to make 7 cry?
I will never cry from gifting subs. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care.
Are you allergic to money?
I don't care.
Mike, can you help me with this?
If fucking Mr. Beast came in here and donated me $100K, I would freak out, but I'd just be like, holy crap.
I do whatever.
Like, that's it.
I do whatever for money. I like money. I like things. So I'm also super emotional. I cry over everything. I think that's... Do we have anything else?
I don't know. Honestly, it's been an hour and 24 minutes. I feel like that's a good length for the first one.
Me too.
Does anyone have, maybe we can take like a quick question from the chat.
Anybody got questions or thoughts?
What do they say on like questions, comments, concerns, criticisms? I don't know. It's like that YouTube channel that people watch. Yeah,
do you guys have any thoughts or questions about Roy matchups or what Roy does or Pitt's arrows?
Chances of Awesome Evie making PR this season?
Low.
92%.
Really?
No.
That's what yeah, okay. That's what I was like low, yeah. Why do you hate Luigi players so much? Can't you just get better? No comment?
Ignored.
7. How'd I beat plays?
We're not having an Arcadian. I've had a decent amount of people ask. A decent amount of people have asked me when the PR is dropping or when the next big event in Springfield is, so I'll touch on those just so people know. The PR was hopefully finalized today. Kakenstein has a week to finish the video now. I told him, you guys can tell me what you think about this, but I think last time we all know the PR was announced very late. And so I went into this season and I was like, we're starting this shit's gonna get done. So I reformed the PR committee like we talked about. I told Kakenstein he's got until 2 weeks after the season to do it. And if the video's not done at that point, that's fine. But we're gonna post the list at most 1 week.
Bet.
It will be posted. We're not waiting for the video if it's not done, because we just can't wait 2 months to reveal the PR, 2.5 months. And even if it was less than that, even 1 month is a long time, people want to see this stuff. I'm sorry, Kakenstein.
I know it takes a long time to
make the video. I know it's hard to make the video. I understand. You gotta get it out,
yeah. Somebody asked, when's the YouTube video dropping? I'm hoping to do it either tonight or tomorrow. Because we were gonna have Rain do some edits and shit like that, but with his first one, we don't know how long it's gonna take to upload to Spotify and shit like that, so we're gonna just drop it on YouTube, hopefully today or tomorrow. What time is it? Oh yeah, I could probably do this tonight. I just need to eat something and pee.
Yeah, it'll be on Chaos Light's YouTube channel, so if you don't follow him on Twitter,
you should. You
can see right down here.
Yep.
You can follow him, and he'll post. I'm sure he'll post when it's uploaded.
I think opening up for questions was one of the stupidest things we could have ever done.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring most of them.
Okay, I'm on it, coach. Oh yeah, can someone coach me? I've been saying, every other week, I whisper into Seven's ear, why hasn't Dud given you all of his money to learn Ridley? Because it is so rare to have somebody in your scene who is as good at Ridley for a long time. I would be on Seven's phone line every week trying to get more Ridley advice.
And then when the next SGF regional is in Springfield, as of right now, it's going to be Fighting Ghosts, the Saturday before Halloween, like it always is. That being said, I know that's a long time. But so maybe there will be a decent sized one before then. I really don't know. What kind of conditioner I use is I use the L'Oreal purple shampoo and conditioner. Or I use two. I also use the Kendra thickening shampoo and thickening conditioner.
MK's coming through with the funniest fucking responses. I'm gonna actually piss myself.
I know. Honestly, every time I'm reading them, it's pretty good.
So good.
Link me.
The hair product?
Just link after the podcast.
I bet.
Okay, sure. The Kendra's kind of expensive as a warning. It was like $30. That was for like the shampoo and conditioner, but they're not very big. It is a little expensive. But the L'Oreal is very reasonably priced. So
I love that word, L'Oreal.
yeah,
It's just it's a good word.
it is.
Chaos, you have a modded Switch. I do have a modded Switch. Do you want a cool hero mod? What do you want? I'll do it. Send me the link to a mod you like, and I'll get it on the Switch. Did you were you trying
Never
to
give in to Spice.
But it's Spice.
He's 14, man. We can't let them have anything, or they're gonna run with it.
Okay, I've been informed by our sponsors that you actually Seven does, but he charges a price, and the price is super super doable.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Honestly, well, I've messaged Roman and other people advice and
Fucking
stuff,
ageist,
but
yeah.
if you want to actually play together, I don't really have that much time. So it would be appreciated if you wanted to pay me, but I don't know. I'm not a Smash coach. I'm just a dude.
What was 15 an hour, right?
You're making that up.
God damn it. I am trying to get this man to make some fucking money, and he is doing everything in his power to not let it happen. I'm just trying to get in that bag.
Yeah, Kakenstein, I told everyone who the new committee is. We got to wrap this up, though.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Too humble, yeah.
So, thank you, everyone, for tuning into the first one. Shout out to Oxane. Shout out to the chatters.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Oxane. Shout out to Chaos Light.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Shout out to Nova for giving me the kiss on the nose.
That was pretty lit. That was pretty lit. Oh, yeah, this is good. Yeah, so the YouTube version will be on my YouTube in the next, either tonight or tomorrow. And then the, what's it called? It'll be on Spotify and Apple Music within the week. Thanks, this is sick. How are you doing it? I don't know how to do it. I'm going to do it like this. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for coming through. The shit was lit. She's so good.
Oh my.
Y'all should do this at a local shit. That would be
Yeah.
fun. Maybe after Contender.
Okay, last thing. When are we planning on the next one? We don't know if we're going to be able to do it every week. We don't have a consistent schedule for sure for this. But we will make it known at least a few days in advance, probably.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it'll be next week. We might have to take a week break. Maybe not, though.
Yeah.
But this was fun. We got a lot to talk about, especially coming up. So, okay, sign off. Say goodbye to them. Peace out, everyone.
Eat shit. I got a sub.
I love all you. All of you.
Yeah.
All of you get.
Yeah.
If you gift a sub, you get a back rub.
From you?